Students, now we are going to learn about the idea and opportunity assessment. As we have learned about the various idea fields, now we are going to learn that those idea fields which we have taken are feasible enough or not. So there are several criteria on which the product has to be passed. So first of all, we have to identify the product, and there are various options we have already discussed in idea fields. So our first priority is to identify our product. If we identify it, then after we have to see its application and use. It means where it can be used, how the product will be applied in a real situation. So we have to check its feasibility, whether it is feasible enough to be selected or launched or produced. Then after it, in the third point, we have to see the level of operations. The level of operation may be of three types: a small scale, then medium scale we can say, or large scale. So the three options are available here in the level of operation. If we are choosing any one of them, it directly impacts our funds requirement, because in small scale business we require less capital. In medium scale business we require moderate capital, means more than required in small scale business, and in large scale we need lot of capital. So whatever may be our financial condition, according to that we have to choose any level of operation. After it, we have to analyze the cost, that what is the per unit cost of the product. For example, if we look about the previous formula, like profit equal to selling price minus cost price. So we have to decide about it. If cost price says 8 rupees and selling price is rupees 10, then our profit will be rupees 2. So before producing or before starting a venture, we have to guess about it, that what will be the our profit, what will be the cost, and what are the cost benefit. Means we have to analyze the product in respect of its cost, and also we have to see the cost of our competitors if they are in the market. If competitors' cost is more than us, then we can survive in the market. But if their cost is less than us, then we have to certainly either reduce the cost or change the product. If we are able to reduce the cost, it is fine. If we are unable to reduce the cost, we have to leave the product. It is the major determinant nowadays. Next point is competition. How much competition is there in our product which we have already selected? If the competition is too much, then there are less chances of success. If there is no competition, there are more chances of success. But generally we have seen in nowadays that every product has lots of producers. So for that competition, we have to prepare our strategy, that how we can survive in that particular cutthroat market. If we are having any strategy, if we are having good sales team, or we can say overall if our plans are concrete, we can go through the competition, but generally it is advised that we have to select only those products in which there is less competition. We can invent a new product also in which there is less competition or no competition. Next point is technical complexity. The product may be technically complex or very simple. So it depends on the product. If the product is very complex, then what are the problems? First of all, complex products require complex technology. Means we have to invest a lot in our hardware. After that, in case of sales, we have to arrange such salesperson which can demonstrate the product use. Like in case of vacuum cleaner or computers, laptops, the sales team is required to be very proficient and enough capable to actualize the sales. If they are not competent, the customer will not understand the use of product properly. So if the product is very complex, we must require a huge investment as well as good sales team. Plus, the investment is also very heavy, and if the product is simple, means it is not complex, then the investment in fixed assets will be less and the time of every salesman with customers will be reduced, which help them to make another sales. And last point in this topic is annual turnover and profit margin. So turnover here means sales. It is just a prediction that how much we will be able to sell. So we have to survey in the market that what is the actual demand of that particular product, and after that we can multiply it by the number of days, that how many pieces are being sold in a particular day, and annually what is the demand. So we can get the annual turnover either from the primary or secondary data, and then we also have to see the profit margin. What is the percentage of profit? Like in this case also, so we are investing rupees 8. Here we are investing rupees 8 and getting rupees 10, in which the profit is rupees 2. So 20% profit is there, and if we have any product which have more profit than this, then we have to choose that particular product. So overall, if we want to analyze this topic, in this topic we have to evaluate the product which are being selected by us on these criterias. If it fulfill our requirement, we can certainly go for it. Thank you, students.